Focus.
And now to something new and exciting in the AI space, Grammarly Go. It's a new product that offers personalized generative AI. It brings the power of artificial intelligence, but also allows you to do things like some new tones, having one.
I hate these commercials. And it messes up the entire time and everything too. It's just like so frustrating.
But here's the ad blocker, Jay, if you want it.
I hate people.
Yeah, here's the ad blocker. It was magic. 3073. Just an extension.
For Chrome?
Yeah, Chrome.
Yeah, but I'm not in Chrome. I think that might be the problem.
Might be, yes.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
You don't hear my rhythm, guys, right? That's also a problem.
No.
Did you hear my rhythm?
I
What we
did.
just hear?
Yes, yes. We hear yours, Jay. I hear.
Yes, I hear. I could hear Joy. Yes. Alberto, what's the use of this ad block?
You don't get advertisement.
Advertisement.
Ah,
So
okay.
you don't get advertisement.
Like YouTube also.
All right, so are we
Especially-
good on our coordination and planning, or are there other details you want to go over?
No, I think we're good, right? We can move to the next topic.
Yeah. We'll just keep going over the plan, like, every week or two.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but I think after we get more into the practice, we'll have more details that need to be worked out and planned.
Yes. So do we have the
But I put
policy
topic 1 or topic
proposals?
2.
I think we're ready for the foundational policies. So one of them that we talked about would be scheduling and sessions / etc. So obviously, this session is still internal to the FQV, or the Vortex scheduling system. So obviously, if we wanted to, we could prioritize something else. But in the event that we do an ACU session, my understanding is that basically it's a main membership session, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, any ACU session can be a main session.
Mm.
But the problem is that, are we allowed to do work in a main session?
But even a topic?
Open session. I just say open session.
An open session? But my understanding is it was just the Fridays are like the main membership sessions, right?
Okay.
So Friday today. So this is membership only.
Membership.
I think it's like it's all flexible for ACU. ACU does not follow the exact same policies as the Vortex, right? It's slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the fact that if
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
all right, quick step.
Okay, stretch. Scope, pass mo yung scope.
So if we choose to prioritize something above ACU on the Friday, Saturday, this is Andromeda hour 2, then all normal FQV policies are happening. Does that make sense? So anything within ACU is much more flexible because after we decide and choose to make this an ACU session, it's basically an open book, right? There's no policies that say we can or can't do anything.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just call it open session, but let's keep the bit. I think it's still, unless there's going to be a lot of people participating, we can move to the main session format, but I think it's okay to keep the BT session format. And it's okay to have more than 3 people, maybe to a maximum of 7.
So will it still be a client work?
Yes, of course. ACU is client work. This is client work that we're doing for the session, obviously, except for Alberto, who is the first practitioner. And last time we talked about potentially, hiring me as a subcontractor or whatever. But for now, I just work through SVG.
Okay. Yeah, definitely it's good.
But from my understanding, though, Jay, the difference is that the hours tracked for ACU, they don't follow the 1.5 hours model, or they do.
Really?
All of the workers get assigned 1.5. So me and Joyce and Joyce and Ateh should all have 1.5 hours per week on ACU responsibilities, and then we can also do multiple ACU responsibilities as needed, right? But there's no 1.5 hour tracking on any client work ever. So whenever we do our client hour tracking and our client billing and invoicing.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
We would never do 1.5 hour tracking, which is why I was so concerned about the $8,000 bills that you were talking about before. It was crazy. Or even if it was like $10,000, it was like, oh my God, where is all this work?
No, I agree with you. But I think we can agree that everybody can have at least 2 already responsibilities under ACU. One is basically the session, the Friday open session, right? And that will be tracked as 1.5 hours, and then work. Basically.
Cool. So we should all update our work hours tracking spreadsheets to have 2 ACU responsibilities, one for the work, one for the open session. Okay.
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 And there's definitely going to be a third, but let's see.
And this would all be considered client.
Friday. Session.
So there is Friday for main session, and then there is Tuesday, right?
No, it's the session is Friday, but then when we start documenting, there should be work that happens to put together the notes,
okay.
expand them.
So are we trying to say that ACU will happen twice a week?
No, ACU as the session, so you will track, and then the one we will put in the income coordination is the different time. The actual time we work on the client work.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, we could have already 3 to start. We could have the open session, the setup and training work,
Setup and training,
and efficient work. No, I'm just brainstorming.
But that's not how we do our responsibility. So you have the responsibility for the work, and then setup and training and efficient work under the responsibility.
Correct.
Anyway, let's just start with the 2, and then we can go from there. Okay?
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Cool. So anyways, let's get back to the policies.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think all of these are just existing policies that we've gone on through so far. So let's go into the new policies.
The ones I was proposing, right?
Mhm.
Here on line 16. I mean, this is questionable. But I mean, I have these three policies that we are very important. Cannot really explain why, but it's my guts. Right? I go a lot with the guts. So, first policy is to avoid putting the number 1 and 3 together in numerical form anywhere written in this order, as well as the same applies 3, 1, and 3. Never. Just use if needed 13 or 3, 13, respectively. Also, I have developed the numbers. I got the numbers. I mean, this is not really applicable, but I wanted to show you. Yes, numbers. These are the
ACU, but it's proposed
number here.
Roger.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now. Now, yes. So Alberto was talking of the two policies.
Yeah, and
First policy, that was number 1.
so are we just gonna vote on them, or what is going on?
Yeah, I'm going to bring it down.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Line 55. So, is your policy proposal to avoid putting the number 1 and 3 together in numerical form anywhere written in this order, as well as the same applies 3, 1, 3. Never. Just use if needed 13 and 3, 13 respectively. Any questions on the proposal?
Yeah, why? Why?
Because as there is good, there is evil. As there is God, there is the devil. And in my personal feeling, the number for I'm not sure which one is the number for evil and which one is the number for the devil, but I think that my feeling is leaning towards the 1 and the 3 is the devil, and the 3, 1, 3 is evil in general. So the point is that I believe, I mean, in my opinion, in my observation, I have had 2 encounters with the devil already. So looking forward to the third one. And there's definitely going to be another number, which I haven't figured out yet, but I'm working on the numbers, and this is after a lot of work. I got to these conclusions for the magic numbers. But this is not available. But yeah, so it's just something that every time that there is these numbers in this order, they always give me a not a good feeling. But for example, if it's I'm looking at the time and I see the number 13, it's okay. Maybe I stay more aware of what's going on, right? What's happening. Maybe this is something that's giving me a signal from the universe. I'm giving myself a signal on maybe there is something that's going on that I should be a little bit more attentive, aware. But in general, the point is that it's giving me a very strong, bad feeling that it almost paralyzes me until I fix it. When
Time.
there is
Take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
there is just these numbers alone. But for example, I don't know if it's a proposal after, about the spreadsheets, like the line 13, it's hidden. And I mean, this is not so bad because it's part of a sequence. It's a part of a mathematical sequence. So when it's mathematic, I try to fix it, but it doesn't give me too much of a strong feeling. But I still try to avoid, right? Try to avoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So also I started to in my spreadsheets, like in the one of the trading system. I usually cover before I hide the row 13. I cover it with this. I'm in line 13 now. Right?
Mm-hmm. You cover with
This.
like that.
Like this. I cover like this. I think that this way is protected because this is my personal definition of the vortex. I put them how I refer to them. And so I do this and then I close it like this. And this makes me feel much better. I feel the flow is more in harmony.
Sure.
So it's not, it's to avoid, right? The process is
Mm-hmm.
everybody, we don't want to limit anyone in doing what, right? But for example, I had a session with Mel where we got about talking about this, and she wrote 13 all over the place. So I went back to the notes. And I wrote 13 in writing all over the place. It just makes me feel better, right? So, but it's to avoid. The policy is to avoid, but so I don't even know if it can be called a policy at this point. It's not really a protocol, but it's
Well,
just
it's a guideline. Policies are guidelines
a guide.
and protocols. So we could note that here the details of this is a, but if it's a guideline, then that means you wouldn't do policy tracking, right?
If it's a guideline, say again, sorry.
If it's a guideline, you wouldn't have to do policy track, or it wouldn't really be policy tracking. It would be more of a guideline, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not the policy. It's a guideline.
With the policy, it's just a guideline instead of a protocol. So policies are protocols and guidelines. All guidelines are still policies. They just are not protocols. All protocols and guidelines are both policies.
Amazing. Thank you, Jay.
This is
Okay, so I think we can take the break, and then we can keep going. I don't know, or you're get ready, guys, to vote. We missed already a break. We already.
Let's finish our break. We have 3 minutes, right? 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Let's do the break.
yes. Okay.